With regard to Rory, other than the obvious that he does on the golf course, can you speak to what he means to this Ryder Cup team behind the scenes in the in the back rooms and whatnot?
I guess he's just kind of like the figure in the room. Well, not just him. Probably him and Rambo are probably the two people that a lot of people would stand there and look towards for like leadership. And I think they both do a great job at that. The whole week, well, not just the whole week, the last few weeks, he's been like that. Obviously, look, I'm very close to him anyway, and I see what he's like all year, so it's different for me, but. I feel like a lot of guys look up to him and Rambo in the team room, and they really are the kind of they lead from the front. They did in Rome. I think they'll do it this week as well. And he's just to have one of the greatest golfers of your generation in your team room is pretty cool as well. So I think everyone feels very lucky to have him on our team, and yeah.
Thanks. Over to Sean.
Shane, when you get paired with someone, is it always explained to you why you're paired with them?
Yeah.
Do you ever have a say in the matter? Does it always make sense?
Well, we all get the text or the conversation with our captain and vice captain about who would you like to play with, who do you not want to play with. That's kind of goes without saying. I think from what I know, like, our team is like pretty much we'll do whatever we're told, and we've got a lot of faith in Luke Donald and his backroom team to lead us in the right direction. So, but yeah, you would, I guess, like, enforce some certain golf balls have a big say in it, or if you're not comfortable playing with a golf ball, it is going to matter. So yeah, you do have a little say, but I think for the most part we're very much on the train of Luke makes the calls, we do what we're told and try and play as best we can.
Tyrrell, Rory's always been a leader for Team Europe, but now that he has grey hair and a green jacket, has his presence or his aura kind of increased for you guys?
Well, I'm certainly jealous of the grey hair. I mean, if you look at my picture of my 4 Ryder Cups, it's got gradually less. So if I'm lucky enough to make 5, I think it'll be skin. But no, obviously, Roars is he's a huge part of the team. Everyone has a massive amount of respect for, and an incredible player, and certainly wants to do his best for Europe.
Just, how would you describe his leadership style?
It's hard to say. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than we all just have a huge respect for him, and I think it's the same for the other 11 guys in the team room. If someone has something to say, then everyone's all ears.
Everyone loves the rivalries of the Ryder Cup. Bryson said he's going to be chirping in your ear. You said that he only says your name to get attention. Is this early mind games? Have you got a message back for him or Team USA?
I promised Luke I would only talk about the European team today. I'm going to stick to it. No, look, I think, again, it's so easy to play into narratives this week and to get swept up in this whole, rivalries and Ryder Cup and whatever it is. All I want to do is go and try and put blue points on the board. I don't care who it's against. If I come up against Bryson at some point, that's great. I think that's wonderful for the championship and wonderful for us as well in some ways, but I just want to go out there and put blue points on the board and do what I can for the European team.
Right here, Bob.
Rory, can you recall your first Ryder Cup 2010? Was there a moment where it struck you, this is different, this is special, whatever it might have been, maybe a match or even team room type of thing that kind of got you thinking this is going to be something I really want to embrace?
Yeah, I think it's more the behind the scenes stuff, the team room, the team talks, how much. I think for me going in as a complete rookie, and I watched Ryder Cups growing up. I cried whenever America won at Brookline. It's not as if I didn't feel something when I watched Ryder Cups. But I don't know. I got into that team room at Celtic Matter, and I just saw how much it meant to everyone. And I sort of started, I was like, maybe I got this wrong. And, you start to see how much it, especially, for Europeans. And I remember Sevi was sick, and we had him on, one of those conference call things like back in the day. And he's speaking to the team, and we're all in the team room. This is on like the Wednesday or Thursday night. And I look around, and the majority of the team is crying as Sevi is talking to us. And I'm like, that's it. That's the embodiment of what the European Ryder Cup team is. And I think that was the moment. That conference call with Sevi in 2010 was the moment for me.
In the middle here, Mike 12.
Rory, the fans help make this event what it is. How do you feel when you hear the football-style chanting, and do you have a favourite song?
It's amazing. And I think as well, growing up as a fan of football and going to United games and hearing those songs, and then having those songs, having the tune the same but the lyrics changed into something that, has something to do with you. Like, as a boy, I dreamt of playing at Old Trafford and having those songs sung about me. I just didn't know they'd be sang to me on a golf course. So they're very creative. They're amazing. You obviously we won't hear it as much this week. But it's still amazing to, I think the last Ryder Cup we played at Whistling Straits, because it was off the back of COVID, we didn't have any support really there. I feel like we're at least going to have some this week, which is going to be nice.
How have you prepared to handle what kind of crowd reaction you're going to get this week? Did you get more value from the VR set or from the weekend at Caves Valley?
Yeah, no, I just play golf. The crowd's here to watch us at the end of the day, whether they're for you or against you. I mean, I must say at that opening ceremony last night, there was a lot of European fans, and yeah, look, it's going to be what it is, and my job is to go and play good golf, the same as the rest of the European guys, and if we do our jobs well, then we'll be happy.
Have you prepared to put blinders on, earmuffs, whatever?
Just go and do our job. We can't control them. I can control me. I can control what happens within our group. So, yeah, I've heard a few things before. I'll hear a few things this week, but I suppose it's part of the game.
Viktor, you are generally one of the more popular players on tour. How do you prepare for fans that might be actively rooting against you this week?
I think you just got to stick to your game, and if you play well, and there's going to be some comments here and there. They won't really come close to the thoughts that I have in my own head, so I think I'll just laugh it off for the most part, and just try to smile it off and make a few birdies. That usually seems to do the trick.